fuck them bitches. Women are crazy.
You've never cheated?
No, I've never cheated. I've been cheated on.
Yeah. Alright, spot that.
I've been cheated
Well,
on.
you're not relating to that.
Why would you spud for that?
I mean, like, you've never cheated. That's relax, man. We're not cheaters out here.
Have you been cheating on?
Me? Yeah, I have. But then I evolved into a whole next level.
What, a
A
whole...
whole
Like a whole,
You evolved to a whole...
next level.
a whole
You
next level.
emphasised that.
I don't know. That's a different podcast. You know, people have to pay a subscription to hear them stories.
Patreon.
OnlyFans and everything.
It's not even an OnlyFans thing. It's just too much game.
Matting.
Too much game.
Too much game in the 20s, man. You know what I mean? You lot don't have that. You have like internet and too much CCTV. We were about it back then.
Do you look at our generation and feel disgusted?
No, I don't feel disgusted. I just think you lot think you got freedom. You lot think you got freedom, but you really don't.
No, we don't. No, we
You
don't.
really don't.
Wait, how old are you?
Me, I'm 39.
Oh, swear.
He
You
looks
really
young,
don't.
isn't it?
Yeah. Don't use cocoa bar.
He looks young.
Don't use cocoa bar, yeah?
So what
You need
should
to
I
spend the
use?
P. You need to spend the P in Body Shop. Spend the
Hey,
P.
Okay.
man said my heights matching.
You know what I mean?
Don't kill me. But yes, people. How long has it been now? From the last time we recorded, episode 8.
Jesus, lad.
It's been like 6 years.
6 years. It feels like it's 6 years. I can't lie.
Mm.
But
Is that, I think it's been like about a month and a bit.
yeah. From the last time I checked.
Yeah.
And yeah, man. But yes, people, welcome to Just Unplug. You know, unplug yourself from reality for a moment. Unplug yourself in, as we got, you know, interesting guests in the building. Some of you, you know, may know who already, but I feel like the two people who are in the building got interesting, you know, personality, things to say.
What a grand.
I'm going to say you guys introduce yourself and then, yeah, we'll get cracking. Yeah.
Oh, well, like that. Yeah, obviously, I'm Lee Grant. Let's get this out of the way.
Lee Grind.
Yeah, Lee Grant.
Biggie.
Tall motherfucker.
A whole 4 lines or something, but okay. I'm Tally. And
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm Gerald. You know,
I think they know who you are,
I
right?
think-
they
they
know
know who
already.
you are.
They know. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
They know who you are, man.
Don't holler at me if you ain't got the paper. Then.
This man is all about money, fam.
It's just gotta be. You know, if you don't eat, you don't sleep.
Oh, this guy. God, I love it, man.
No, I should copyright that. You know, that's gonna be all
Don't
over
eat,
the
don't
net now.
sleep.
I don't think anyone's going to steal that.
Hey, listen,
No, trust me.
generally, if you don't
Honestly,
eat, you really don't sleep.
I like it, though. If you don't eat, you don't sleep.
It's true. You won't sleep.
It's true.
You be awake all night.
Niggas be 3 a.m. like,
That's
oh.
true.
You
That's
get
why
that-
Do you
belly's
Nash?
rattling. Jesus, lad.
I see what you did
This
there.
energy will go.
I see what you did there. Maybe to my wife. Maybe to my wife.
At least you're honest about it.
Yeah.
Some man would be like, nah, man don't eat ass, and then tutus there yamming and slicking that up, blood.
Oh dear.
No, not the... just the base.
What do you mean the
Surface
base?
area.
What are you talking about?
What?
I don't know.
Yeah, did you hear what she said? She said, man,
You
I'm
actually
licking
eat
up.
ass, and you're saying that you're eating the cheeks. We're talking
Yeah.
about the asshole.
Nah, we don't do them things.
Yeah,
There.
whatever. You lot,
Whatever, you're good for your
you
wife,
lot are
fam.
adventurous.
If your wife bends over and she got a pretty ass and she says, eat it, you're gonna eat it, fam.
Yeah, but look what you did there. You said pretty ass.
So your
Yeah,
wife.
but guys, accidents can happen. You know. I just thought I'd put that one out there. It's designed for a certain purpose, you know.
It's not an accident if you keep...
If that person isn't prepared for that surprise, then you gonna get something back, you know.
Yo, how many times can you have an accident?
Ooh.
Like, how
In
many
one
times is
sitting,
that?
It depends, you know. If you had a late night and a few kebabs, you know,
No,
rotted.
innit?
you know, it can go there.
Let me flip on you. What if she does it to you?
Well, she does it to me. It's fine. She can clean my ass.
She's nasty.
So you're gonna get on all fours?
Nasty,
Any woman that's
innit?
eating ass is nasty.
Listen, she
They
want
don't
to
need
clean
to
my
get
ass.
all
She can
fours.
clean my ass.
Trust me, some man them.
It's just she ain't gonna get no kisses afterwards. That's all. You know, that's just what it is. You know,
Hey, Colgate.
Colgate. No,
Some man
Colgate ain't gonna fix that.
Some man them, when they get in their thing, you know, whatever, man them open their legs for the girl for listen,
Yes, man.
I've seen it.
I know. It's
Like,
a bit raw
I've
though.
seen it
First
live on.
hand.
That's for us, though.
Aren't children
seen it
supposed to be
live on.
As in
watching
first
this?
hand is in you.
Yeah, no, that
you in the
they
eating.
go from the tip down to the
Bit.
down to the and the man them, yeah, blood.
I feel like you didn't get what I asked.
Can't do that.
What did you say?
What did you
I
say?
need to hear what this.
I said, have you seen it firsthand? As in, you were doing.
Oh no,
Nah, you said it so quiet.
No, because I've seen it. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah, of course. Yeah, I done that shit.
That's mad.
People don't believe this podcast, yeah, you know what I mean? Probably all sorts of people be getting their arse licked. All sorts of, you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? There's many gag lords out there, you know? Who
My
knows?
days, man. What an interesting way to start the podcast.
That is
Yeah,
disgusting.
man, that's-
I know it's disgusting, but you know, this
It
is
is.
real life. People be doing it.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
real. Facts.
You know, don't share no glasses with no one.
Where you going now?
Can't take it.
That's why everyone's got a separate cup.
Hey, I'm bringing a plastic cup.
Don't trust
But-
nobody.
Well, you better start taking it to restaurants too, because then people, you don't know how they wash them thing in the restaurant.
It's real life. You don't know what people be doing. You just assume shit. The internet wants to make everything look like, you know, so you don't even know, you know?
Niggas said don't share glass.
Hey, what, can we swear on this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
man.
shit.
Hey,
like
that's
this.
a
I like
fucking
this.
good one, man. That's a fucking good
I
one.
know they're gonna chop that up, edit it, and all
But
that.
yeah, man, moving away from the crazy topic. Yeah, I want to look at what the current situation's going on through social media.
What White Lives Matter with Kanye?
Yeah, I want to dive into that still, because for me,
Listen,
I feel like the UK and Americans are two complete different people. Because I can't imagine a UK artist or whatever doing things like that. If we kind of, I feel like I don't know. I think I'm going from a place of where how our mentality is set up compared to how the States, because a lot of things that go on there, and if we look at it from the UK, like, you know what I'm saying, like, what are you trying to like do? Is this to promote?
I think that's just a Kanye thing. Kanye always does these like bizarre things that nobody understands off the bat,
Yeah.
but then starts to unravel. But this one, Kanye, brethren, my birthday twin, brethren.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Same
Oh,
8th,
bro.
8th of June, baby, Gemini gang. This one, I don't see the vision.
You can't stop him.
I don't see the subliminal message. And all I see is White Lives Matter. And that's literally all I see. And then I saw that he put up something where he was like, when
When he wasn't able to like see his kids
when
and that.
when he wasn't able to see his kids and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Like no one was supporting him, nothing like that. And then he put up something like how the percentage of abortions in America by black women is significantly higher than born rates.
Yeah.
So he's like, me saying White Lives Matter is me saying that, one, I'm pro-life, because he did some interview where he wore a fetus ultrasound on his neck, and he was like, this is showing that like I'm pro-life, because you know the rate of black women aborting children and bringing life to children is outbalanced, and the abortions outweigh whatever. Obviously, I feel like everyone has their own choices for abortion, but when he puts it into that perspective of White Lives Matter, it is coming like White Lives Matter, because our own people are like not only killing off ourselves through guns and violence, but also through abortions. Yes, I'm not saying that you know abortions should be looked like should be frowned upon, but I feel like half of those abortions could have been avoided if people weren't so reckless, like sexually. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I feel like some of them, or maybe I don't want to say majority, but I feel like some of them were just careless. We were was just down to carelessness. And I feel like the others, maybe they've had their own personal reasons, whatever. But I feel like that if you know that you don't want a child, take the precautions, bro. Like there's so many things out there for you to take or do to prevent yourself from getting pregnant. Like just take the precautions.
He just took a
Simple as that.
risk and it didn't work.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Like at the end of the day, I heard an interview with him giving an explanation of why he did it, and it was more to kind of stop our culture from feeling suppressed so much or whatever. Well, that's what his aim was or whatever, to kind of say, hey, look, there's a black man with White Lives Matter shirt kind of thing.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha. But the thing is also, it just goes to show what your life is like when you actually become a billionaire.
That's true.
Okay? When you become a billionaire, you're just an escape of billionaires, and billionaires don't care about your color. They just come next to you and say, oh yeah, you've got a yacht? Okay, cool, you can hang with me too, because I know you're not a breadcrumb, you're not going to try and eat my peas.
Yeah.
And that's it. And when you go there, you're going to see more people who are Caucasian or maybe even Chinese, whatever, right? You're just in a whole new skill. And plus, remember, he's a new billionaire.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
not
that's
like
true.
old billionaire. So he's been exposed to so much that I think he's just trying to get everyone to see what he sees, but they don't see what you see. So if you're still in a suppressed situation, you know, and then you see Timmy wearing White Lives Matter shirt from a black man,
Yeah.
it is a bit like, you know, it's a bit of a problem. And I think he didn't think about that other aspect. I think he just thought on this one moment, let's just do it. But the problem is some of his work was a bit of an improvement compared to his old work. Like his last seasons made people look like slaves. I don't know why he's on this political aspect with his stuff, but this new one, apparently some of the designs were stolen from a designer anyway. So yeah, so it's a bit of there's a whole heap of thing with the thing. But what I don't like of what the internet's doing is none of them, this is probably the first time saying on the internet, none of them actually questioned Adidas. So through all the preparation, not one person through his whole camp said, yo, Kanye, that t-shirt's a bit peak, you know.
That's what I mean.
Nobody asked. They waited
exactly
until
what I
it was shown to public to then
Exactly.
say. They didn't see what happened to Moschino and all these other brands that tried a little thing, you know, the whole gollywog thing. That went down peak. So
Yes.
I just don't know why they're acting like, oh, you know, it's just under review.
Yeah.
But, you know, there's positives and negatives. The way I saw it is look, man, if he wants to put himself in the firing range, you know, if someone does something to Kanye, the shoes I cop going to be worth more.
Yeah.
So I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
If you want to walk around and wear a t-shirt that could lower your life expectancy,
Yeah.
you know, I ain't gonna wear the shoes. I'm gonna wait until it happens, and now I'm gonna put them up for sale.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it, you know what I
You know what I'm
mean?
saying?
That's true.
You know, so
That is true.
it's a different aspect all the way around, but it is a bit of a piss take, and it is a bit
Because not to cut you off as well, when I first obviously looked at it through social media, I kind of looked at a place where, okay, is he trying to promote to get more people on whatever he's trying to publish or whatever upcoming clothes or whatever shoes? Because, you know, we see in today's society how rappers would do certain things to get the social media maybe attention and stuff like that. And then I was thinking, okay, cool. Because reading through comments and videos, and then I start realizing, like, does he actually know what he's actually just done? Or because
He's very.
I feel like he
conscious
did
of it.
know. Like, I feel like he said before that he didn't think it through, but I don't feel like you can say that about
That's
someone
what
like
I'm
Kanye
saying, yeah.
because I don't know him, obviously, but I feel like from what he shows,
Mm.
he always thinks like 3 steps ahead, if not 2 at least. And then again, I didn't really read into it or look into it too much. I
Yeah.
saw him wearing the thing and I saw what he posted about the kids. But the way I took it was there's all this outrage over him wearing this t-shirt and everyone has a voice all of a sudden.
Yeah,
but when things
exactly.
were affecting him personally in terms of his kids and his situation with Kim and whatever, no one was really speaking up. Everyone was kind of laughing about it and making
Exactly,
jokes. So
yeah.
I
Yeah.
kind of saw it as, and I feel like something he does quite a lot is try and sort of turn mainstream views back on themselves and say, look at what you're doing. And sometimes people take it the way
Yeah.
I've taken it. Some people take it as, oh, he's just moving mad. So.
yeah, but no one's gonna care what happens to a billionaire.
that's true. That's the
They're not
harsh,
gonna care.
That's the harsh
If your
reality
wife
as
gets
well.
kidnapped because she's wearing a jewel that's like a massive rock that can change many lives
Yeah.
in Paris, you know, a lot of people don't realize you wear big jewels like that in Paris.
But if your
Yeah.
wife
Oh,
is
it's not
buying
going to be
custody-
romantic. You're going to have a whole different situation in there. They got rid of their monarchy.
But if
See,
your
they
wife
didn't
is
check the
taking kids
history.
away,
They didn't
even as a
check-
billionaire, you're still gonna have to fight in court like a normal person.
Yeah, but that when you're a billionaire, you ain't. That's not a normal fight.
Why does
You know, when you're a
Because the
billionaire,
lawyer
do you know
costs
what?
more.
Do you know what the system's like
No,
when you're
but
a
wait,
billionaire?
listen.
They be kissing your bum
Why-
every day.
why does no one care what happens to a billionaire? like
Because
Kanye
he's a
West.
billionaire.
If Black Lives Matter though,
I know, but not all lives
And he
matter.
made his money. He wasn't just
Not
born- he
all
wasn't born
lives
into
matter.
it, though.
You know, some lives do matter, but some don't. You know,
I'm
but
not gonna lie. With Kanye, I feel like you can't take shit at face
Too
value,
serious.
innit?
Yeah,
It's
that-
not even
that-
too
that-
serious. I think there's a deeper meaning. Like you gotta look at it like this Black Lives Matter thing happened. Organization was made. No one looked into it. They just said, yeah, we're all gonna donate to this Black Lives Matter thing.
That's true.
And
Huh?
got unrubbed.
Yeah, everyone got rubbed, whatever.
Yeah.
How do you know Kanye is not doing this White Lives Matter, taking all the money from white people and saying, yo, I'm gonna put this into the black community?
Are people
No,
donating
no.
to White Lives Now?
You don't know, we don't know. This
wouldn't be
thing,
surprised.
all he did was put on a t-shirt and everyone was like, oh my God.
Oh my, yeah.
but it is the black
Yeah.
community that's going mad about it, basically. And
Yeah.
what I'm not aware of is the percentage split of how much black people and non-black people. Let's not get into the whole black and white aspect. Let's just think about the real picture.
Yeah.
How many non-black people are actually buying the products? Because if he's says white lives matter and most of his audience is white, he might make some money out of it. But then the whole
Yeah.
role of what he's trying to do, I still feel it's like wasted energy because it's taken away from the original work. I didn't like if you go to a fashion show, I don't go to a fashion show to, you know, I don't care about the politics.
Yeah.
I just want to see a fashion show. You got some new drip? Let me see it. You know? And he had some new good, cool things going on. Some of them was a bit questionable, as you normally see in fashion shows, but some of
Yeah.
it was all right. And he just killed it with this stupid t-shirt. And I'm like, just don't,
Yeah.
you know? It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's like you make the best helicopter in the world, and as you're presenting it, you decide to just urinate in public.
Literally.
It's like, why?
But then also, I feel like we have, obviously, you can't really speak on anyone's situation, but he must have some sort of mental health issues. So I feel like
Absolutely.
we have to take it with a pinch of salt because
Absolutely.
when you have mental health issues, you're not always going to do everything logically or what seems like logically to someone else. And especially when it's like his brand and his thing that he's built up from scratch.
Yeah.
If I want to do what I want with it, I want to do what I want with it.
I feel
I
you.
think-
But he's still got the Kardashian curse. You lot don't forget.
I
He's
think-
the longest survivor. You lot think it's not a joke. It is. It's not a joke. Once you stick your thing in the Kardashian pum pum, it's over.
Game over.
Yes.
It's over. You
Game
know.
over.
I think
And it's a time bomb ticking to wait. In the beginning, it's great. You just see the growth and everything. You know what I mean? You see Corey? Corey just gives Chris the 1-2 joke and keeps quiet. 1-2 joke keeps quiet. Yeah. All of a sudden, I see him trying to school Kendall Jenner on how to cop a Ferrari. I was like, this nigga made it.
But what I think, in regards to, you know, Kanye's mental stability, I don't think he's mentally ill, and I say that because as someone who's spiritual, anytime you're very woke about something, you like it makes you see stuff in a completely different light, like to other people.
Yeah.
And other people can't understand that light that you're seeing, and then they just put, okay, he's mentally ill on it, but it's not. Man's woke about some serious shit, but a lot of people are asleep. So they see it as, oh, this guy is mental, he's just acting crazy. Nah, he's seen the real world, as in surpassed from what we see with our own eyes,
Yeah.
as in the spiritual realm, probably, and more.
Ain't that scary though?
He's probably seen some mad shit in his life, especially, as you said, going with them Kardashians as well, on top of that. That can make anyone go crazy. But I don't think he's,
Yeah.
I didn't say
medically.
he was crazy. I don't think he's crazy. I just said some sort of issues. But
yeah,
the main reason I said that, do you remember like ages ago he had that show and he
Yeah.
just broke down and started screaming on the stage?
Yeah.
Like,
And
obviously
started
that's
flying
not
in
the
the air.
only reason, but
Yeah.
that and some other things.
I would want to fly in the air. What's wrong with flying in the air?
I didn't say the
you
flying
wouldn't
in
be
the
like
air. I said the screaming on the stage. Like he was just screaming. Like he
Yeah.
basically had a breakdown on stage. And obviously, like you said, he's been through some stuff.
Yeah.
So I didn't say he's crazy, but I feel like that will affect any
Ooh.
human. So
Yeah.
he's probably woke and a bit.
Not to stop
Yeah.
you there, yeah? That was actually interesting you said that. So what's your thought, or how would you see like how men cry and stuff like that? What's your intake on that?
Well, I've got
Better
to
pack it in.
I was about to say, if her man was crying all the time, she wouldn't be with her man. It's as simple as that.
No, some women have different motives.
Like, how do you,
know what I
feel
mean?
though? Like,
Men can cry, innit? I've got 2 younger brothers.
How much?
So
how
How
much?
much
you
can
can't
they
put a
cry?
Balling
percentage
out.
on how much someone can cry. Like you said, I wouldn't want to be with a man that's just crying because for me, I wouldn't really see that as quote unquote manly. If we're talking about like, obviously talk to me, open up to me,
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you need to cry, then cry. I don't want to come over and check you like 3 times a week and every day you're crying. Like that's
Yeah.
go deal with that. Do you get what I mean? Like, and then maybe we can talk and we can be friends whilst you're dealing with it. But I feel like men can
But you're
cry.
not really
Men
there.
should cry.
Are you gonna be there for him though? Sorry, not gonna.
Yeah, I'll be there for you as a friend, but you shouldn't. If someone's crying every time you link them, you shouldn't be trying to get into a relationship with them anyway. Like,
You see what she did though? She said, she's talking about her man, and she said,
I
as a
didn't say
friend,
I don't have a man.
As I'm saying, I was gonna.
not as your girlfriend, as a friend.
We're talking about as your.
Because
that's your man.
I feel like anyone, man, woman, cat, dog, beast, should deal with their mental issues before trying to enter
Yeah.
a situation with someone. So yeah,
No,
we can
facts,
be friends.
facts.
I'll support you, you support me, but
Yeah.
we shouldn't be in that.
Yeah, but I want to put you in a situation where like you actually been in a relationship with this person for at least 3 years, and
Oh, that's
somehow mental, having a hard time at work or whatever they're doing.
I wouldn't leave if I was with someone already. I wouldn't leave because they're going through things. I
Yeah.
feel like that's a wicked thing.
That's fine. What's your intake on?
What on? What
I don't
men?
know.
Men being emotionally
Emotional men.
vulnerable. I
Why do you
think.
say that?
Why are you laughing?
I
You said
think.
emotional men.
I think.
We're gonna get cancelled today.
I think it's been. I think because it's been so stigmatized for them, for men just to be this strong person. It is nice to see a man who is vulnerable and really is not ashamed to open up with their emotional side and cry and just be in his feelings.
Yeah.
You understand? Obviously, if it is something that is consistent, then he needs some help.
Yeah.
Help him to get the help.
But I can't lie though, not to cut you off, sorry.
Yeah.
I feel like certain men are too soft.
Yeah.
Sorry to put it out
Yeah,
there.
but what is too soft in your own bias? Because that's going off for your own bias.
I
You
feel
know,
like just-
maybe they do. Maybe something happened to him late that night, and you just don't know.
That sounds
Watch this.
Once somebody, whether male or female, takes your flower, you're gonna do a lot of crying.
Yeah.
You're gonna be a lot. Who was it? Was it not Amber Rose was talking about? Oh, you didn't say nothing when she's talking about how she stuck a finger in Kanye's ass. So you already know. You know, that's why you see him crying about abortion, all types of things, because all sorts of shit is going on at night. All sorts of shit is going on to him at night. He got deflowered a long time ago. Okay?
Hey, what's this here, Gerald? You're in your 30s, yo. When's the last time you cried?
When's
In
the last
front of your
time I
missus.
cried?
In front of your missus.
When I didn't get the lottery numbers?
No, on a serious note.
Yeah, you saying what it is. It's just, I put all the emotion in this shit. I'm trying to get these 6 numbers because I heard someone who wasn't a pensioner the week before got 170 million. I was like, Lord is my witness. I'm gonna put some money in. And then you have an app now you download, and when you scan it and it ain't there, yeah, it's worth a good cry. It's worth a good cry. Do you know what I mean? That's what it is. I don't feel no shame. You don't cry about emotion, but I cry over paper. If I took an L, I'm gonna be upset.
I like that.
I'm gonna
You
be
should trademark
upset.
that one. Copyright
Yeah.
that one.
What do you mean copyright that one? Listen, this flows for days, baby. But that's just that's just how I feel, innit? If someone feels down, it's cool. But it's like you have a timer. Because if a male sees you cry, you got a timer.
Yeah.
You got a timer. They're gonna look. If you're not trying to wipe it up quick, then
It's actually true,
it's
That's
true.
actually
If you start crying now, you on a timer.
It's not even that. It's not even that, yeah. Also, your rating goes down as a guy. Like,
Rating?
yeah.
No.
That's
Depends what
mad.
you're
You can
crying
bring it back
about.
up now. Let's be
Nah.
truthful, guys out there.
If I rate
You
you-
can make a comeback. You
If I
can.
rate
It
you,
also
and
depends what you're crying about.
that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
that's
Yeah.
good,
If
yeah.
I rate and then I ask you, what are you crying about?
I'm not gonna
just
lie.
lost my
Guys,
job.
guys do cry about girls.
Oh, nah.
They
don't,
do.
Just don't even get me started.
They
with that
do.
one.
They do. They really do.
Cry
Look. Pete Davidson. I was speaking amongst the women, and apparently, word on the street, Pete Davidson's got a white snake, a big one over his shoulder, and he was whipping it to Kim, and he was sending the pictures to Kanye. I know he was crying. I know he was crying because he had 4 kids. He had 4 kids, and you see Pete Davidson, weird as he looks, snaking up your missus. Allow it. He must have been playing with him. He's going through a lot. You know what I mean? If imagine you're the big Kanye, and your wife. Sorry, man. that was a peak moment. You better edit that. But
Carry on.
but he went through a lot with the Pete. That's why I did the video and all that, because, you know, at the end of the day, when he's alone, whether he's with a woman or not,
Yeah.
Pete Davidson was juking Kim in his
You
house.
can't really say though. You can't really say.
Oh man, you
know.
can
Say
say.
what?
You can't.
What do you think they were doing?
chilling.
Playing Lego together. Get out of here.
Chilling.
Reading books.
Reading books and it.
Bruh.
You know what I mean?
Can't really say, honestly. You can't really say. But yeah, for me, you know, seeing a guy cry is just. I think it's because obviously the path I've taken, how like, I don't know, you can't really show emotions like that, so, and I feel like, leaving that environment, coming to a normal world or environment is a bit weird for me sometimes to accept, because I'm just like, man up, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's not every day, man up, man. Sometimes
Trust me.
sit down and feel your emotions.
But are you saying that because women cry to each other all the time?
No, I'm literally saying that because too many men commit suicide from suppressing their emotions.
Yeah.
So therefore, sit down and get your emotions out. If you need to cry and scream and act like a quote unquote gal for, you know, a couple of minutes or even an hour or however long it takes you, get that shit out, bro.
Yeah.
Because tutus, they'll suppress it. Yeah, man up. Tutus, he jumps off a bridge. Like, do you know what I mean?
That is true.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah, we don't support each other like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when guys are upset about things and they kind of approach each other, they're like, oh, you know, I've got this problem with my girl, and, you know, they be sipping their drinks saying, yeah. Oh,
This is why women need to stop cheating on their men, man. It's crazy.
But would you guys say?
Sorry?
Do you guys feel like men are becoming a bit more feminine these days?
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, because a lot
Which
of
is a
women.
good thing though, because I feel like we're now at a time or generation where men are more.
Bummy.
Whoa. On that
Hang on.
sorry.
Sounds like she's going through a situation.
She is.
Yeah, it looks
What
like
is
you've been. Have you been sleeping with the breadcrumber?
I always say, guys,
I'm out of my situation.
can I go toilet quick? I know it's fucking up the podcast, but I'll be back.
Niggas are gonna go toilet.
Bro, I brought this song, man.
Pause time.
BRB.
Yeah,
There's no pause. Keep going. I'm coming.
But definitely, I agree with Naomi. Obviously, you should show a level of emotions. I mean, at the end of the day, we're all humans, right?
Yeah.
And if we go through a situation, we should be able to express that to
Exactly.
our partner, friends, family. But I feel like sometimes in situations, maybe you've never had help growing up or
Yeah.
parents supporting you, or it can be hard because you're now, basically you've grown up to just rely on yourself, made yourself stronger through every situation, and then just one situation where you don't even know what to do or whatever, and then now you're in a relationship with a partner maybe 5 years, 10 years, and then she's never seen you like this, and then now she's like getting worried and like asking you what's wrong. Like for me, when I get upset and angry or whatever, I just go quiet. I just want to like, I don't want to be left alone, but I just go quiet, like, because I don't even know what to say to my partner or to even like
Just tell her what's wrong.
Yeah, exactly. When she asks me like what's wrong, I'm just like, I don't even know. Sometimes I don't even understand my own feeling
But I feel
or
like
why
it's
I'm
okay.
feeling like this.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, go on.
I don't feel like anyone always has to understand their feelings and why they're feeling a certain way.
Yeah.
If you're feeling a certain way,
Yeah.
Just
it
just
is what it is.
feel
And
it.
sometimes, like, I've got friends that I can tell, like, even Grand, I can call
Yeah.
him and just say, "Raw, like, I'm just in my feelings today, bro. Like, I couldn't tell you what happened, but
That's what it is, isn't
I
it?
feel like this, and I need someone
And
to help
but how do you
me."
explain that to that person? You don't even understand yourself what you're going
That's what I
through
mean.
now.
You don't have to explain
That's
it.
what I'm saying,
Like,
yeah.
Yes, you
can't put it-
do have to
I
explain.
don't feel like I feel like if you're trying to explain yourself to someone and they make you feel like you have to go into detail and have to explain, if you want, just say to them, "I feel like this. I don't know why."
Yeah.
Then that's
Yeah.
not necessarily someone you should speak to about what you're going through, because
This is interesting.
if you're opening up, someone shouldn't put pressure on you,
Yeah.
and someone shouldn't be
Yeah.
judgmental about it. Like, everyone
Yeah.
opens up and expresses themselves in their own ways.
Yeah,
Right.
So the
absolutely.
fact that I'm telling you I feel something,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that should be it. Because I'm not necessarily asking. You're not a therapist. My friends are not therapists.
Yeah.
I'm not asking you to fix me. I'm not asking you to do that for me.
Yeah.
I just need my friend.
Okay,
That's it.
so you're a person that you know, you'll be going through something. Sometimes it might not have any substance. You're just randomly just going through a mood swing.
I feel like it always has a substance, but you might not know what it is at that point in time.
Okay, but you're still going through something and you're not quite sure what has kicked it off. So you're trying to figure out yourself.
Yeah.
You got partner number 1, right? We'll just call partner number X, however you want to take it.
Yeah.
Says, hey, what's wrong? With men, it's a straightforward thing. You're either happy or you're not happy. We don't do the in-betweens. We ain't got the time. Because in theory, we're the ones that's supposed to go out and get the paper. So we ain't got the time for the in-between bullshit. When we say, what's wrong? You say nothing. They're like, cool. They're going to stop carry on watching the football.
That's it,
they
yeah.
already moved on. Then
Yeah.
they say, oh, but you don't show no emotion. That's what comes next.
Yeah, that's
You don't
true.
show no emotion. And then the man is like, hold on, but you said you was cool. Oh, but, you know, and it's like, okay, well, what's the problem? Then you want a list. You're like, okay, I got issues. But let's prioritize your issues, yeah? What's wrong? Then they say, it's not that. I just want you to listen.
But this is kind of something that men do. Sorry to interrupt you. If I, as a woman, come to you with an issue, I don't need you to then start telling me your issues because you had how many days and months and weeks to tell me what's going on with you. But
no. I'm not saying that the man comes with the issue. It's just you say there's an issue. They want to solve it with you, but you don't want to tell them what it is because you're not quite sure what the fuck is wrong. Do you understand what I mean?
What's wrong with that?
There's everything wrong with that to males because it fucks with the whole their whole energy.
Fam, just give me a hug, bro. Just hold me sometimes. Like,
We ain't got the time. Time is money, baby.
If you don't know
Time is money.
you're watching the game, bro.
Watching anything. You could be watching anything. Time is money. So they're just like, okay, so you want to take a bit of my time to tell me that you got a problem. Okay, do you want to solve the problem? No. Okay, well then you go over there. You know, let me know when you're ready to solve it.
That's a bit emotionalist, though.
No,
I know that.
Wait, before you continue, don't you think it's quite mad that I know what he's gonna say before
He says it.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I think that's because you know him. Like, it's just
No, it's not that. He just knows too.
Women don't know their issue. They just want us to figure it out. And it's like, bro,
tell me what's the problem. They say, but I want you to just know. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. My missus does the same thing sometimes, and she say, you don't listen. And sometimes it's true, because sometimes they cry wolf, and I'm not trying to hear that shit at the time. Or sometimes you might be trying to really watch something, and they just want to have a conversation about some next thing. Oh, look at this thing on TikTok or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like it's a balance between the relationship, and I think with younger women as they get older, they like to play some of these games with men at times, not all the time. But other women understand this game, but the men, they're not even trying to understand the game. It's like it's either you want it fixed or you don't want it fixed. And they don't like that. They don't keep the in-between. But then if we don't stick there and do what we do and you get sucked in, then you end up like Scott Disick, you know?
Now you got a point, and I can actually kind of see where you're going with it as well, because there's been times where you come to your partner or she comes to you or whatever, you notice like, what's wrong, and then she says nothing, like, or says, oh, I'm fine, or whatever, attitude kicks in, you know, whatever. And then as a guy, now you're sitting there, you're watching the TV, but your mind is not even there anymore. You're just like, how am I even gonna like fix her? Not fix her, but how am I gonna approach or ask the next question, like, to get the conversation going of her telling me her feelings, or sometimes it could be even like, I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, did I do something? Or did she catch me or whatever? Like, she go through
Amen,
my phone or whatever.
Amen. Many men out there, they had that situation. They're like, what am I going to do next?
Yeah.
I don't want to have a dry willy life.
I'm just saying.
I don't want that life. They're trying to make it work. But they don't understand. They just come back from work or whatever they're doing. Yeah. They come back and there's beef and they ain't even done shit. You know? Do you know what I mean? This is how it goes. But that's the, you know, I'm not trying to push religion on people, but you know, that's the test of God. You know what I mean? Maintaining relationship with a woman. They are similar to us, but they're different, and you just have to understand the game sometimes. And sometimes, ladies, we just don't want to play the game. Sometimes we just don't. We just want to just do whatever, innit? I mean, there's some guys that should play the game a little bit. You can't just be, oh, I don't want to hear you, I don't want to hear you, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Then you hear those situations where a woman's happy, everything's all patterned, and then she goes off with the gardener and no one understands why. You know what I mean?
Yes.